Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Thursday, July 11th. I'm John Weigell here with Juliet, Bennett, and you're listening to the Hustle Daily Show. Summerween is a new term created to describe, you guessed it, Halloween events in the summertime. As retailers get more confident every year with putting out holiday decor earlier and earlier, social media in 2024 has deeply embraced summer with a spooky twist. So why is this happening, and will you see Halloween decor at all your local retailers very soon? We'll get to that in a bit, but first let's give you the hits and headlines today in business and tech. Starting us off with Samsung, they unveiled their Galaxy Ring yesterday, entering the smart ring arena with Aura. The $400 ring is designed to be worn 24/7 and uses AI to collect, analyze, and provide coaching on our users' health data. Speaking of Samsung, 6,500 union workers are extending a planned 3-day strike to be, quote, indefinite after the company failed to respond to demands over pay and working conditions. Over to Walmart. Walmart is set to open 5 U.S. automated grocery distribution centers. The 700,000 square foot centers are going to use robots to retrieve and pack perishable food onto pallets for faster shipment to its stores. I'm sure unions will be absolutely thrilled about this. Over to Houston. After Hurricane Beryl left 1.9 million Houston customers without power, the savior of the day, Whataburger, their app actually went viral as a better power tracker than the local utility company, which has 0 apps. So ups to Whataburger for letting me know my electricity bill in Texas.
That's kind of like how Waffle House is like the determining factor of how severe a disaster is. Because if Waffle House is open, then you're going to be all right.
Right. It's like the cockroach at the end of the apocalypse. And finally, Ferrera Candy has a big hit on its hands with Nerds Clusters. It's a gummy candy covered in a bunch of smaller Nerds candies. It's worth about $500 million in sales, and I have no idea how they didn't think about this before, but my mouth's watering, honestly.
That sounds like something I should not eat.
Yeah, can't eat, shouldn't eat, will not stop eating.
Okay.
Okay, on to the main story of today. Today we're chatting about how Halloween has made its way into the summertime. Move over Christmas in July. Now we're looking at Summerween. So first off, Juliet, where did this term come from?
As far as I can tell, it actually comes from an animated show called Gravity Falls.
Oh, yeah.
Which I haven't seen any episodes of. I don't know. Have you seen it? What is the show about?
No, I haven't. I've heard really good things about it. You know, it's one of those new Disney shows that I never really got into, but I've heard it's good. Heard good things.
I feel like I saw an activation somewhere and I was like, that looks cute. And then I just somehow it completely slipped off my radar. But apparently in the town where Gravity Falls takes place, this is an established holiday that they celebrate in June. They carve jack-o'-melons, which I guess are jack-lanterns out of watermelons. And
great.
They celebrate Halloween in the summer because everybody loves Halloween so much. So that is, I guess, where it probably came from.
Sure.
That is the earliest usage I could find, but it has gone viral because people are now celebrating Summerween.
Wow. Okay. So at least we know the origins and how I guess it went viral. But why are so many people kind of getting behind this trend all of a sudden? This is the first time I'm hearing of it personally.
So it seems like there are a couple reasons. So it's usually in the summer when retailers announce or show pictures of or even offer up for sale their Halloween collections as people start, I guess, getting ready to have their Halloween parties. So Pottery Barn has stuff out. Michael's has stuff out. Disney released a Haunted Mansion collection. So all of that stuff is coming out and available now. So people are buying it now. And I don't know, maybe they're just too excited about it. They can't wait for October. They must have a Summerween party with all of their spooky skeleton serving dishes. It's also when a lot of the haunted houses that are going to open in September start announcing what they have planned for the year. So Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights will start saying these are our mazes for the year. Six Flags Fright Fest just announced its mazes for the year. And a lot of Halloween attractions that are smaller, more regional are like, hey, we're back this year. This is what we're doing. These are our dates. This is the theme of the show. So people start kind of getting ready for Halloween. I don't know if this happens in other places, but I know in LA, we have a ton of horror conventions that kick off in the summer. Monsterpalooza, there's Son of Monsterpalooza, there's Midsummer Scream. And a lot of these not only appeal to horror fans, but I used to actually moderate panels at one of them. And a lot of the people who go there are haunters. They build home haunts. They're people whose business is haunted houses or escape rooms or what have you. And they start going to these conventions and getting props because they actually start their builds in the summer, getting ready for the fall. So It's kind of this thing where if you are a person who just celebrates Halloween as it comes, you start feeling it mid-September, maybe, coming into October. But if you're somebody who's really in Halloween, you're thinking about it now. You're planning the haunted houses you're going to go to and what you're going to get for your party and your elaborate costume. You're doing it right now.
Wow. And it seems like a lot of people are thinking of it right now. I can't say I'm one of those people. I'll watch a horror movie any time of the year, honestly. But thinking about Halloween in the summertime seems a little crazy. I'm kind of the type of person that walks into a CVS and just loudly complains, oh my God, they already got the Halloween stuff out. Oh my God, what is this? I'm usually that guy.
Yeah.
But it seems like this is gaining a lot of traction on social media. And it seems like the industry is really benefiting from it with all those companies that you mentioned that are putting out Halloween stuff early. And, I'm even seeing like giant pink skeletons for sale at certain areas.
People are getting into the summer meets spooky vibes. People are throwing Summerween parties. I was looking at some ideas on TikTok. They are adorable. People are carving cheese into little ghosts and putting them on pizza, and American cheese into little pumpkins and putting them on burgers, pumpkin slushies, you name it. They've got like a pool float in the shape of a coffin if you want to hang out in your goth pool. So yes, there's plenty of stuff that you could be doing for Summerween if you're just like, you know what, I just need to have a party. And on top of that, I think, a lot of people associate horror and Halloween with October.
Sure.
But if you take a look at the horror industry and a lot of movies, I think it could be argued that there are a lot more horror movies that actually take place in the summer. And so you're kind of seeing a resurgence of these movies and screenings of these movies during the times at which they take place. For example, 4th of July. Jaws is a 4th of July movie. The mayor of the town will not shut down the city, and even though there's a big shark. And you have a lot of these movies that rely on the summer. The reason it's happening is it's the summer. Friday the 13th, that takes place at a summer camp. Midsummer, it's obviously midsummer. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre takes place during a summer road trip. Obviously, I Know What You Did Last Summer takes place in the summer, but pertains to the events of the summer before. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer also pertains to the prior 2 summers, as well as the summer. I think it's like hurricane season as a resort. There's a great karaoke gig. It is totally worth a watch, even though it is not a good movie. So I think there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, let's watch this movie because it took place at this time. Also, summer is a great time to go to the movies because they are cold in the movies. There's air conditioner and, you could eat popcorn. It's 96 degrees outside today. Maybe I will go see a movie. And what's playing? We've got, the Deadpool coming up. We've got lots of Pixar movies, Inside Out too. But we also have a lot of horror movies that are not doing too poorly. We've got A Quiet Place, Maxine, Longlegs is coming out, I think next week. The Alien reboot is coming out, Alien Romulus. And actually last July, Talk to Me, unseated Hereditary is A24's highest grossing horror movie. That came out in July and actually has earned over $92 million globally against a budget of only $4.5 million. So that is actually a pretty big success. Obviously, Barbie rolled last summer, but,
Sure.
When you take these 2 numbers, it was a hit for A24. So
wow.
I guess it just goes to show you can be scary any time of year.
I guess you can. And it looks like product brands can now get into this a little bit more and make some Halloween-y activations in the summertime now.
Yeah.
I guess summer 2025 is going to be a really big deal for spooky if this year is already doing a good job at it.
Yeah, I would be down to have like a pumpkin granita, maybe. I would eat that.
That sounds really nice. A pumpkin sunrise, maybe? A bit of a drink. Sounds lovely.
Yeah, I would be down. I'm also very into the idea of carving a watermelon now that I've seen it done.
Yeah.
Way easier to scoop out than a pumpkin.
Oh, yeah. Way easier to scoop. More tasty, too. I think you just eat it right out of the watermelon.
I used to go to a bar in Koreatown where they would kind of almost hollow out a pineapple or a watermelon, but they would leave some in and then they would pour soju in it, and it was delicious. So that's what I would suggest.
I'm considering it. All right, now that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning into the Hustle Daily Show. We're a proud part of the HubSpot Podcast Network. Our editor today is Robert Hartwig, and our executive producer is Darren Clark. We've got a ton more tech and business coverage in our newsletter. If you're not subscribed, go get yourself signed up at thehustle.co/email, and we'll see you tomorrow.